The Good Boys. I didn't know this when I watched it, but this is from Seth Rogen. That's probably why I didn't like it because I hate his type of comedy. Uh, this movie's about growing up and aging out of things. Well, I've definitely aged out of comedies because this one is getting high critical praise. Everybody's saying how much they love it and how funny it is and how rolling in the aisles. And I thought it was freaking stupid. I hated this movie. I mean, I'll admit that it probably just wasn't my cup of tea, considering everybody else is liking it and saying how much I love it. But I hated every character in the movie. Lucas, the little black kid, was annoyingly stupid. The closet gay kid, Thor, was just one of those annoying little asshole kids who thinks he's a tough badass, but in reality he's not. And the lovesick puppy Max was just really stupid. Like, they were all freaking retarded. And, yes, I can see that. Because, hey, I was labeled one by the school district of Palm Beach County for 12 years. Little fun fact. But the movie, the basic plot line of it is the dad says don't play with this drone. He needs it for work. The kid plays with it, or he uses it to try to spy on the his neighbor girl, who's what he calls a slut. He kisses. He has sex with a nymphomaniac. She has sex outside and inside, and they try to see her kissing her girlfriend, and they bat the drone out of the sky, and they try to get it back, and they take the girl. The girls are also druggies, and they try to take the drugs from the girl. They take the girl's purse, and they try to trade for it. Then they find out there's drugs in there. Oh, I don't give them back. I don't put the drugs back out on the street. That's the dumbass Lucas kid. I mean, if they just duct taped his mouth closed, the whole movie couldn't have happened because everything would have been fine. Max and Thor wanted to trade the drugs for the drone and get the thing back, and it would have been perfect. Everything would have worked out fine. But no, dumbass had to get in the way, and by the end of the movie, they break up as they no longer like best of best friends. They always have to hang out, but they're still okay friends. That like because they have other groups of friends, but they'll always be the beanbag boys, what they call themselves. Which in reality, once they hit like high school, they probably break apart completely. As I said, the Lucas kid would become the dork no one likes, everybody hates. Max would become the kid who probably no one talks to in school. And he's just there like me. I was just there. Like everybody knows him, and he knows everybody, but no one really wants to do anything with him. And Thor would become the big drama guy that all the drama kids love him and everything, but everybody else in the school hates him. That's where I see those guys going in there. That's why I see these characters going if they did like a high school version of this show. And then the future version, Lucas would probably be a cop and not a very good one. Max would probably like sell insurance or something, and Lucas would be a waiter, or Thor would be a waiter somewhere who's trying to be an actor and a singer, but his voice is gone because he got into puberty, and everybody told him how sucky he is. And if I knew it was by Seth Rogen, I probably never would have bothered watching it because, like the last Seth Rogen film that I watched this year, whichever one it was, where he was married to the female president, I didn't like that one either. So I just don't like his writing. I don't like his comedy. For the most part, this movie, if you find children swearing funny, you'll like it. If you find children doing quote adult humor unquote, it's basically just them talking about sex and that and drugs, you'll like it. I mean, this is a stoner comedy without being a stoner comedy, because Lucas, the little black boy, he loves mentioning how horrible drugs is. It's like his thing. When he abandons he leaves the group and they throw it away, their little group of friendship, because they're growing up, he joins a little safety patrol thing that their school has to try to prevent kids from being bullied, when in all reality that would make kids be bullied even more. That's why Max and Thor were hiding their faces when they were being brought into the school safely. Like, I laughed once, but it wasn't really a laugh. More of a, this is what it was. Dumbass. That's what it was. And that was just because Lucas, they were trying to tell, a cop came into the convenience store they were in to get something on his way home. He was off shift. And the kids said, and dumbass told him, oh, we're skipping school. And he said, "Okay, kids, fine. I'll let it slide this time. Just this time. Don't let me catch you again." And then dumbass told him, "We also have drugs." And that was my dumbass. It's like they were all fine. They were fine. Nothing would have happened. Nothing wrong would have happened to them if they had left dumbass. If dumbass had his mouth duct tape, or when he broke his arm, and they left him there crying like a moron, it would have been fine. Nothing would have gone wrong. But they brought dumbass along, and that's gonna be his name. If I'm gonna keep talking about this review, I'm gonna keep calling him dumbass, because that's what he is. He's a fucking dumbass. And oh, he's just a kid. No, he's a dumbass. The other kids weren't acting that way. They had 3 kids in this movie. The one was a dumbass. The other one was just there, and the other one was trying to be a tough guy, but in reality, he was a massive chicken. So you had 2 characters and a dumbass. And the other jokes, I'm quoting there. You can't see them because I am fucking ugly, so I don't show my face. But the other jokes in the movie are like, Thor's parents are massive sex addicts that have all these sex toys and they don't know what they are. And they have a little sister named Annabelle who constantly pops up and scares them when they're in Thor's house. And at the end of the movie, she tells them it's a sex toy. But it's like when they try to sell a card of theirs, it's a game they all liked to play when they were younger, but they only play it because Lucas likes it, because Thor hates it, and Max thinks he's too old to play it. So in reality, when Max goes to college, he'll probably like it again. Because like Pokemon, all their stuff, when you're younger, you pretend to hate it in middle school, you start kind of getting back to it in high school, and then in college, you end up going back to actually liking it again. That's how nostalgia works. And Lucas will be that kid who's made fun of. Well, sorry, I said his name. Dumbass will be that kid who's made fun of throughout his whole middle school and high school life for liking that. But he's such a positive person, he won't let that bother him. And the other quote humor in it is that dumbass tells his parents the whole thing, and the whole story is completely honest with him, and they don't believe him. They think he's making up to try to get attention from them because they're getting a divorce. I'd personally give this movie a D-. Would never watch it again. Even if someone put it on the TV, I would have to put headphones on or leave the room or do something to get away from this garbage. The only reason I didn't give it an F is because I can see how other people would enjoy this movie. Fs are reserved for movies that are just so bad, I can't see why anybody would like them. That's how you get an F from me. It's very hard to get an F from me. Like I already said, I'd never watch this movie again. Would I buy it on Black Friday? Hell no. Would I get it from Dollar Tree? Hell no. Would I illegally pirate it? Hell no. And if I did, I'd have to add the garbage icon on it like I did for Beach Bum or the Madman and the Professor. Or Professor and the Madman. Sorry, dyslexia kicked in. I'm gonna guess there may be a career in the future for these kids. Like, they'll probably grow up and when they're teenagers, they'll probably do more stoner films. That's gonna be their resume, and one might become a serious actor, maybe. Who knows? Or they might grow up in the public eye and become horrible people, like a lot of child stars do. I'm hoping for the first one, because you want kids to have a nice life. Would I watch a sequel if they made one? No, not even to critique it. I wouldn't watch it. Now that I know what it is, I wouldn't watch it. And I am so glad I didn't pay to see this movie, Because even though movies only cost me 54 cents now, if I had paid 54 cents to see this and wasted time during a day off or during the few hours I actually had between work and sleep and be I would have been so freaking pissed. So, thanks for watching. Like, dislike, subscribe, unsubscribe, comment, don't comment, and as always, hey, have a good one.